Hello everybody, this is Skip Alzheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime Streaming Show. I'm streaming from a different computer because we're going to be moving a bunch of stuff. So yesterday we actually cleared out one of the storage units, so now we only have 6. And I feel like we'll get pretty close to clearing out the 6th one today, maybe. Definitely next week, but we're getting close. So it's hot here, so we're going to try to stay inside as much as possible, but somebody had requested showing kind of random movie trailers that we have, and we amassed like 200, and these are a bunch that you haven't seen, or maybe, I don't know, there's some that you've seen, definitely. So here we go. Enjoy. One second, please. Something is amiss. Let me fix this. A lot of clicking going on. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Click, 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 click. Alright, let's try this. Let's go. Try it again.
This is the new Cinerama as it hurls you into the incredible day that shook the earth to its core. Krakatoa, east of Java. Rated G. Stop violence. Support your local sheriff.
Here comes Buddy. Really, he's London, German Shepherd sensation of The Littlest Hobo. Returning in an even greater, new and exciting screen adventure, My Dog Buddy. My Dog Buddy, enchanting story of a boy and his dog, their deep devotion, priceless stolen hours, before fate suddenly pries them apart. My Dog Buddy, the triumphant return of the sensation of The Littlest Hobo, and introducing the fresh huckleberry face of young Travis Lamond, one of the most heartwarming dog stories ever in theaters, My Dog Buddy.
Track now.
I'm not a girl for sentimental tripe. I never go for the Romeo type. I'm not a dewy-eyed Juliet. No one has seen me Drew yet. I don't say our hearts are tied by love's eternal tether, but using words less dignified. Isn't it kind of fun to be together?
Extra! Scientists establish visual communication with rocket in flight. History is being made on the proving grounds of the National Space Foundation as scientists prepare for the ultimate total triumph over space. Within a matter of moments, you will, for the first time, see the interior of a space rocket in flight. Here's the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. And now the wonders of electronic science enable us to see the interior of the rocket. Oh, no! What's this? Oh, my, not them. them. Yes, it's the Three Stooges who are making history, all right, but laugh history. In their first full-length feature motion picture, Have Rockets Will Travel.
Something got it. Stop. Try to contact Earth.
No change in their course.
None. They can't control it. The ship's on an automatic course to the planet Venus.
We got contact. Take that down, quick. What's it say? Get out of here. Hey, the television's on.
You heard about the Sputnik and the Mudnik. Well, here comes the Laughnik, a movie that's a three-stooge riot on a three-stage rocket.
We're landing.
For the first time, the world's craziest comedians are really out of this world.
Or admit it. We did it. Have rockets. We'll travel in space.
You are expected. Enter.
A talking automobile.
I am waiting.
I am Larry. I am Mo. And I am Curly Joe. Take us to your leader. Look. There's a pretty image of us, ain't they? Oh, they look pretty good for robots. Hey, they made Mo real ugly, didn't they, Larry? I don't know. I think he's uglier in person.
Don't miss this hilarious mixture of missiles and mirth as the Three Stooges blast off in the biggest comedy bonanza in years.
You claim he's oversexed, and he claims you're...
Well, I'm not undersexed.
I'm sure you're not.
This time, they're competing in the mad advertising world of Madison Avenue and its madder inhabitants. To wit, Tony Randall.
You're one of the lucky ones. You were born in the...
Edie Adams, the Vith Girl.
I am not your sugar lump. And stop nibbling on me.
Jack Ogie, the well-entertained sponsor.
You have seen some of the magnificent features in the most exciting entertainment ever assembled in a television station. There are 123 superb motion pictures, 93 in glorious color, each one an entertainment spectacular that makes the critical difference.
Announcing a special engagement of the year's most exciting movie. Starring the most talked about personality of our time.
And the candidate is Linda Lovelace.
Linda Lovelace for president? Linda Lovelace for president. Rated X.
The Camels are coming, and it's one of the wildest, woolliest, funniest movies ever. Don't miss Humps, along with the short subject Benji's life story.
New Granada, a perfectly planned community where something strange is happening. Something that wasn't part of the plan. Something that could drive this town over the edge. Over the Edge. Rated PG.
Steve McQueen and Paul Newman race against time as the world's tallest building becomes the towering inferno. Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, William Holden, Faye Dunaway, Fred Astaire, Susan Blakely, Richard Chamberlain, Jennifer Jones, O.J. Simpson, Robert Vaughn, and Robert Wagner. The Towering Inferno.
Let me down on the CD television.
More spectacle, more stars, more suspense than you have ever seen in one motion picture. 20th Century Fox and Warner Brothers present Irwin Allen's production of The Towering Inferno. The Towering Inferno. Rated PG.
Barbara Streisand and Ryan O'Neal in their most sensitive, dramatic role.
No matter what the future brings.
The return of What's Up Doc, winner of the Grand Prix de Ha-Ha. Condemned by the World Safety Council. Too much of a good thing is not enough.
We can make it!
If that good thing is What's Up Doc.
We can make it! I don't think we can make it.
If all the laughs in What's Up Doc were laid end to end, we'd have a coast-to-coast laughing jam.
That is not amusing. What's Up Doc?
What's Up Doc? Rated G.
Meet Sugar Hill. Not a place, but a brand new face. The mob took Sugar's man away. And now she's gonna make them pay.
I want them dead.
The mob has never seen anything like Sugar Hill and her zombie hitmen. Rated PG.
He has lightning-fast reflexes. He's a master of disguise and an expert in the art of self-defense. He's Peter Sellers as Inspector Clouseau in The Return of the Pink Panther, rated G.
Airplane TVs.
How did it happen? Who's responsible?
We hope you enjoy the rest of your flight. By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Airplane.
All right, Steve, let's face a few facts.
Who's flying the plane? One of the passengers.
The most incredible adventure ever created.
He's coming right at us!
The big news is Airplane, rated PG.
The Milton Parker family.
What the hell's going on here? Oh, it's a scavenger hunt. Bombs away!
Try to win!
The scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt?
Scavenger hunt!
Scavenger hunt.
The scavenger hunt!
A scavenger hunt!
A race for $200 million.
It can't end like this.
4, 3, 2, 1!
Scavenger Hunt, rated PG.
been in Moscow long enough to know that one of the most foolish things a foreigner and a Russian girl can do is to fall in love, and that the most foolish of all is to marry. Wouldn't you say that?
I love you so much. But they have given me fear.
Of what?
That they will come again. That they will do to us what I know they will do to them.
Your papers, please.
You're from the NKVD?
I cross the Gulf of Finland after sunset and head for Tallinn. Row in towards the shore and wait. I pick her up and we beat it like crazy for the boat.
I'm going to repay you for betraying me. I'm going to give that brain of yours a new home in the skull of the Frankenstein monster.
The jugular vein is severed, not cut, but torn apart as though by powerful teeth.
A werewolf. Last night I killed a man.
You didn't know what you were doing.
But I did. I wanted to kill.
I think they're after Dracula.
Only an animal could do that to a man's throat.
Jack, what are you trying to do? Scare us half to death? What are you holding back?
It wasn't an animal that killed Joe. Same goes for Clovey. It was a man.
So much could fail if he should remember and tell someone what he knows about us. There's nothing else left but to...
And they're not going to kill him.
You think he still wants to live after what he's become?
Duncan! Duncan, darling, this is Helen. These men have promised not to harm you. Chris?
He's asleep.
Throw some torches up there.
Kirk Douglas, Mitzi Gaynor, Gig Young. Get all tangled up in a rollicking movie about the two most interesting subjects around.
Mr. Gentry, Chloe Brasher here. All my daughters are home today, and this is the perfect time for you to get that job done.
Check those daughters. The brain, the brawn, and the beatnik. Could any one man, even Kirk Douglas, do a job on all three of them for love or money?
And why not? You're a perfectly normal swinging bachelor.
Oh, come on
In
now.
those crazy silk pajamas, va-va-voom.
Swinging?
How can Dick Widmark convince Doris Day that the baby who looks exactly like him is their baby when she knows she didn't have it? You can't accuse Doris and Dick of not trying. They did everything they could to have one of their own. And their neighbors, who weren't even trying, had a house full.
You who resent your family, all you have to do is look at me and I'm off to the races.
Now, according to your logic, if I chase around with another woman, then I'll have a child with my own wife?
Well, I don't guarantee it. But what can you lose? You're not getting anywhere your way.
Yes, funny, crazy, shocking things happen in the tunnel of love. In the tunnel of love.
Always before, Lyle's music had quieted my uneasy feeling that behind the warmth of his kisses was danger. But now he played with such savage fury. I was frightened. My suspicions haunted me. Was I married to a man capable of murder? I had to find out.
Lobo, take the girl to my quarters.
Janet's car? Yeah. There's not a trace of it.
Let me loose. Do you hear me? You will be soon as big as a giant. Or, like all the others, dead.
(1963). A volcano erupts on the island of Bali. The Cuban Missile Crisis ends. But the big news of the year, Inspector Jacques Clouseau solves the case of the Pink Panther. 1964. A giant earthquake hits Alaska. The Beatles arrive in the United States. But the big news, Inspector Jacques Clouseau solves the case of a shot in the dark. 1975. The economic situation worsens. The energy crisis continues. But the big news, Peter Sellers is back as Inspector Clouseau in The Return of the Pink Panther.
How can an idiot be a policeman? Answer me that!
It's very simple. All he has to do is enlist.
The Return of the Pink Panther. Rated G.
New Granada, a perfectly planned community where something strange is happening. Something that wasn't part of the plan. Something that could drive this town over the edge. Over the Edge, rated PG.
Don't go in the house. Rated R. Don't enter the corridors of a twisted mind. If you go forward, you'll find insanity. If you climb these stairs, you're heading for madness. And soon, you'll share the terrifying secret behind this door in the room of steel. Don't go in the house. But if you do, don't say we didn't warn you. Don't go in the house, rated R.
The people who brought you Benji announced that the strangest experiment in the history of the United States Army is now one of the funniest motion pictures of all time.
My men are going to get on those camels and ride them. You got two choices, either do it or desert.
Oh dear. We seem to be off to a bit of a sticky-wicky start, what?
Humps, along with the short subject Benji's life story. Don't miss them.
Flying saucers have invaded our planet. Washington, London, Paris, Moscow are key targets. The whole world is under attack. Can it survive?
Of a disintegrated solar system. At this moment, the remainder of our fleet is circling your globe. What do you want with me? Arrange for your world leaders to confer with us in the city of Washington.
They set up an electronic screen. The artillery doesn't penetrate.
Never before has the screen reached such heights of excitement. Breathtaking spectacle. Hair-raising terror. See the saucer men's high-frequency disintegrator. See flying saucers travel thousands of miles in seconds. See great cities leveled by flying saucer monsters.
Ross, look.
It's the same kind of thing that's watched us since the beginning of the project.
People of Earth, attention. People of Earth, attention. This is a voice speaking to you from thousands of miles beyond your planet.
They're coming down to take over. They made that clear to us in the saucer.
wife and I are the only ones left alive.
It's Burt Reynolds the way you want to see him. He loves. He fights. He picks them up and puts them down. He's a cop who knows you've got to hustle if you want to survive. No matter what you call it, we all do it. Burt Reynolds, Hustle, rated R.
Mahogany is the elegant world of high fashion, and the people who can make or break you. A world of love and hate and bitter conflict. But most of all, Mahogany is Diana Ross. And Diana Ross is Mahogany, rated PG. And her zombie hitmen, rated PG. Meet Sugar Hill. Not a place, but a brand new face. The mob has never seen anything like Sugar Hill and her zombie hitmen, rated PG. Pam Grier, that one chick hit squad who creamed you as coffee, is back as Foxy Brown.
Sounds like a public menace.
Sure do.
Pam Grier is Foxy Brown, rated R.
I know how y'all feel. This can only happen in a movie. Don't you believe it? If you want to get married or want to stay married, you better see what happens to me in period of adjustment.
From the wedding supper to the honeymoon cottage. Never has there been a honeymoon so hectic or hilarious.
Going off to a strange place.
Well, you picked Miami.
A strange man I'm not even related to. In a hearse. Dragging me off to the Old Man River Motel. That pavilion of joy.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't find anything else. I don't want a lecture on marriage from a man spending Christmas Eve with a Cocker Spaniel dog.
I did not touch your body except as a nurse.
You're going through a little period of adjustment.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man. And my heart is set on you. You better shape up.
John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John in Grease.
This is Eric. Eric Binford. Eric Binford lives for the movies. Sometimes he kills for them too. Dennis Christopher in Fade to Black, rated R.
Jackie Vernon calls it Best Picture of the Year. The name of the movie is A Flea in Her Ear, because an ear in her flea sounds stupid.
I'm marrying a woman, not a set of statistics. Prove whatever you like. But this is a woman I love. And there's no arithmetic this side of heaven I'll listen to.
There can't be two refugees. Not in one family. You mustn't, Ron. You mustn't.
A woman with a history like hers is called both a prostitute and a nameless refugee. What could you say? How could you disprove it? According to our Constitution, Cliff, the Board of Directors must act on the resignation of the Vice Chairman.
The Pink Panther, the world's largest diamond, has been stolen again. And there's only one man who can get it back.
I am calling an outside help. The famous French detective who recovered the Pink Panther the last time it was stolen.
Peter Sellers is Inspector Clouseau in The Return of the Pink Panther, rated G.
How can an idiot be a policeman? Answer me that!
It's very simple. All he has to do is enlist.
Women adore him. Men respect him. There's no spot too tight. No problem too sticky. For Peter Sellers as Inspector Clouseau in The Return of the Pink Panther, rated G.
Cold, cunning, criminal mastermind. No prison could hold him. No woman would try. Even the underworld regarded him as too great a risk. Rejected, double-crossed. Everything about him should have been a warning to women. Yet, to most of them, he brought the excitement of clandestine adventure. But to some women, his advances brought terror.
No one's going to hurt you. If you behave yourself, you're going to be all right.
Somewhere aboard the USS Nimitz, they have already begun the final countdown.
You're saying that these are both photographs of Pearl Harbor on December the 6th, 1941?
Our reconnaissance plane has just taken pictures of something that hasn't existed for over 40 years.
Who are you people?
My God, look at that.
The final countdown, rated PG.
See before you a man who lived for centuries, kept alive by the blood of innocent people. When the full moon rises, I turn into a werewolf, with only one desire, to kill.
I tried to perform the miracle of science and failed. My blood is contaminated with the blood of Dracula.
This is take 3, Motel Hell. Secret Garden, 30 Revised, 10680.
There's a friendly motel.
We'd like a room for the night. Come on inside, I'll fix you up.
Featuring a heated pool and competitive sports. Where Ida and Farmer Vincent tend a garden. Their famous secret garden for very special guests. Drop in. You just might die laughing. Motel Hell, rated R.
Immortal comedies live forever. People do not. See What's Up, Doc, before it's too late.
This is outrageous.
This is What's Up, Doc.
What's up, Doc?
The return of the head-to-toe belly laugh. What's Up, Doc has been condemned by the World Safety Council. Warner Brothers presents the triumphant return of What's Up, Doc. Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal. Together, they commit comedy.
Rated G.
Miracles, 100 million miracles are happening every day.
For 2 glorious years, Broadway hugged Flower Drum's song to its bosom. And now it's all here. The fascinating story laid in San Francisco's colorful Chinatown. The sparkling musical numbers. The music and songs that only Rodgers and Hammerstein could create.
Fanny was leaving her man.
Starring that petite, delightful ball of fire, Nancy Kwan, star of Susie One.
I float as the clouds on air do. I enjoy being a girl. 100 million miracles, 100 million miracles.
Have you been getting enough comedy lately? Chortles, yucks, guffaws, party har-hars? What's up, Doc? Winner of the Grand Prix de Ha-Ha. Help? Last year's comedy sensation is now this year's comedy sensation.
I'm having a nightmare.
Here they come! Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal. What's up, Doc? If all the laughs in What's Up, Doc were laid end to end, we'd have a coast-to-coast laughing jam.
Judy, I can't see. Oh, God, I can see.
What's Up, Doc? Rated G.
In this house lives a happy, healthy 12-year-old. She and her mother share a special kind of love and understanding.
You don't like him like Daddy?
Reagan, I love you, Daddy. I'll always love you, Daddy, honey. She will not remember what happened to her that autumn in Georgetown. You will never forget it. The Exorcist. Rated R.
Don't you wish it was almost summer? Rated PG.
Come for the sun, for the surf, for a way of life you've heard about but never believed was real. Come for a dream called California. He became a part of it, and so will you. California Dreaming, rated R.
Never before has a motion picture captured with such realism the bursting fury of mobs beyond control. The pent-up fury of the lone American suddenly thrust into the heart of this seething volcano.
If we have to die again, we will die again. If we have to kill you, we will kill you. You're a Judas goat, and you're leading your country right straight to the slaughterhouse.
Black Mama, White Mama. They have nothing left to lose. From a hellhole of twisted passions to an inferno of flaming death. Black Mama, White Mama. Bound together by hate and chains and dreams of freedom. Black Mama, White Mama. Rated R. Bound together by hate and chains and dreams of freedom. Black Mama, White Mama. From a hellhole of twisted passions to an inferno of flaming death. With 1,000 reasons to kill. Black Mama, White Mama. Rated R.
Some women make offers a cop can't refuse.
You know my room at the hotel?
You bring your little book, because we gonna break some little laws.
They want a public servant who serves and serves and serves. It's the story of Dirty O'Neill, the love life of a cop.
How's tricks?
The same. Dirty O'Neill, rated R. They're normal, everyday children. They like playing games and having fun. They're like everybody's children, except that something terrifying happened to them. Pray you never meet them.
Jenny, darling, is that you? Mama.
The Children, rated R.
Have you been getting enough comedy lately? Chortles, yucks, guffaws, hardy har-hars. What's up, Doc? Winner of the Grand Prix de Ha-Ha. Help? Last year's comedy sensation is now this year's comedy sensation. Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal. What's up, Doc? Rated G.
He's back in the army, up to his old tricks with war and women.
Ali, Ali!
Hope to see a little more of you later. The army wished him on the Navy after his daffy career in Tea House of the August Moon. Then he almost sunk the fleet with laughs in Don't Go Near the Water.
Show me the part of the book where it says it's a soldier's duty to impersonate an officer, huh? Go ahead, show me.
Well, unusual situations call for unusual solutions. Do you have a penknife?
Feel suspense. Suspense that grips your heart in a vice. Feel fear. Numbing, paralyzing fear. Cape Fear. Starring Gregory Peck, Robert Mitchum, Polly Bergen. Cape Fear. The screen's most terrifying war of nerves.
I've seen the worst, the dregs, but you are the lowest.
Montgomery Clift, dazzled by the radiant beauty of Elizabeth Taylor, a girl so far above him she seemed like a goddess, but only too human when he held her in his arms.
We'll think of something somehow, whatever way we can. We'll have such wonderful times together, just the two of us.
Montgomery Clift, bound by the warm and vital appeal of Shelley Winters, the girl who clung to him with an overwhelming hunger for love. One love grew in the shadows of the night, sealed by a secret they could share with no one. The other love flamed in the bright light of gaiety and laughter, a need that drove him with all the recklessness of youth itself, a dream that was built on deception.
Yes, I'll come down in the morning.
And if you're not here in half an hour, I'll come where you are. I'll tell them everything, George. I mean it.
This year, thousands of women will be targets of violent assaults. In some cases, the attackers won't be human. Something waits in the dark. If it finds you, pray. But all it does is kill you. Something waits in the dark. Rated R.
Maybe never. Something tells me I'm not coming back this time. Imagine me, Tom Bradley, from Detroit, born in Peoria, being in Madrid tomorrow seeing a bullfight. Sitting next to a beautiful senorita. And when everybody else is watching the bulls, she'll be watching me. I'll see to that.
Afraid.
Of what?
Of you?
But I didn't do anything.
But you intended to.
I did not.
You had it in your eye.
I didn't know it showed.
Will you kindly let me handle this alone? Now, I'm telling you...
Don't be so...
Whose niece is she? Your niece or my niece?
Whose car was it? Your car or my car?
Now, let me tell you, my niece is more important to me than your car.
My car is more important to me than your niece. Well, I don't know.
My uncle sent me to persuade you to leave. Can you be persuaded?
No.
Thank you, darling.
Why did you let me go through all this torture? Why didn't you tell me?
I wasn't sure if I liked you enough.
And now?
I still don't know.
I didn't know what I was getting into that night at the Golden Trail Saloon, with a stranger who bought me a drink for no reason at all, and that beautiful redhead who offered me, well, what she promised with her eyes was a lot different than what she delivered. A corpse with a knife in his back, and me with my neck in a noose. I didn't know what her game was, and I didn't know what his game was. How do I know you won't put a slug in me the minute you see her? You don't. And that was only the beginning. What they got me into after that made the Civil War look like just a warm-up.
One, fire.
He cut the cord, he can't come back.
This is how it is.
Countdown. The motion picture that puts a man on the moon. Countdown. Technicolor. Panavision. The thrust of new emotions shoot you to tomorrow's excitement in Countdown. The motion picture that puts a man on the moon. Countdown. Technicolor. Panavision. This is the countdown for man's first landing on the moon. Scenes like this will make the biggest news of our time. Countdown. Technicolor. Panavision. The motion picture that puts a man on the moon. Countdown. Technicolor.
With the sensational return of Jaws to the screen, what could possibly be more terrifying than Jaws 2? The terror continues.
Mike is out there!
Jaws 2, rated PG.
Hello, I'm back. Yeah, we just watched some more films and moved some more films. I had some lunch, and now I'm back. We're going to move some more films. It'll be great. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate your attention, your eyeballs. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Yeah, did you like this? Did you like watching movie trailers? Should I mix them up, both movie and regular ads for Ivory Soap? Yeah, let me know. But otherwise, everybody have a great weekend. It's hot here. It's 82 degrees, and it's humid, as is Raleigh. But, yeah, everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care.